Hey everyone, Mike Ware here with an episode of First Play, the series where we take a look at games for the first time and discuss design. If you're new to the series, be sure to follow the link to my introduction video below. Today we're going to play Diablo 3 with the new Reaper of Souls expansion. And if you don't know about Diablo, I'm going to ask where you've been for the last couple of decades. A pretty popular series by Blizzard, which is one of the biggest names in gaming these days. So I wanted to check this out. I played a bit of the originals long ago, but skipped out on the original launch of Diablo 3, so I figured trying it now with all the patches and the new expansion would kind of be the way to go. Now that they've tweaked everything, see how things work. And see how I have that, if I have a nostalgic factor or not for my playing of the old games. So here I am on the character creation screen. Not a lot of options I see right now, but I like this on the right here, giving you kind of the overview of what each of the classes' dominant traits are. So to kind of speed things up here a little bit and not spend forever on the screen, I kind of took a quick look at this ahead of time. And the Crusader is the new class with the expansion, so I'm not too sure how it compares to the rest of them. I'm assuming they tried to make them all balanced. They usually try and do a good job with that. So after looking at all these, I thought that I was going to choose the monk here. I kind of like, he seems to have a physical side a little bit with his martial arts, but then he's got this spiritual magic power too, so I kind of like that combination of things, so I figured I'd give that a try. I see there's this hardcore option here. I'm not going to try and do that, unlike my other series at the moment, but I, of course, given myself the name here, so I'm just going to create this and see what happens. See, it gives me if I have any other options. So here it's this basically an advertisement. Oh, it's telling me the new features in the expansion. So that's interesting. New artisan. So I have to admit I haven't really done much research. I'm not familiar with a lot of this terminology. So I guess they're assuming that I have already played the base game with the expansion now. So oh, and new stuff in the patch. I've heard a lot about the new loot system and how it's supposed to be a lot better. So I'll just take their word for it and see what the other options are here for the game. So let's see. I think I'm just going to do the normal option since it's my first time getting back into the game here. And here we go. Now I've got some extra settings, campaign, adventure modes. And then they have all these little buttons. Auction house. I thought that was closed. Oh, it's just if you have stuff to finish up. Profile, achievements, game menu, communities, friends. So I'll have to add. That's where I'll have to add my lovely assistant who's going to help me out a little bit, try out the multiplayer aspect. So I'll break for that in a second once I've looked at the rest of the stuff here. I'm surprised that there's just a general chat, but let me take a look at the game settings here. So it's just going to let me play through the campaign. There's this new adventure mode, which I guess is going to be more interesting if you've already played the game. And then, yeah, we're going to have a private game. And then I guess I can jump. Alright, so that's interesting. I'm surprised there's not... here we go. Now I can look at my character a little bit more. I'm surprised that... I mean, I guess they have the hover, but I wasn't clear at first that I could actually click on these things until I hovered over them. I mean, I could have just gone and started the game and not even known I had all these customization options. I mean, this looks pretty cool. Oh, interesting. Some of it's locked until later. Don't know what type of banner I'm gonna want. I kind of like the extra tails. That's cool. Don't know. Oh, these are just filters. That's interesting. I guess these are how you get them from these different modes. Okay. Pattern. Oh, that's fun. I think I'm gonna go with the diamonds. Yeah, I mean, I would have been really bummed out if I had just started the game and missed out on picking all these different options. Chicken. That's funny. I think the bird there is going to be pretty cool. Unless they had an actual hawk, maybe. Ooh, they do have a hawk. Double-headed hawk. Kind of like the raven a little bit better with the moon there. So, then this accent part. Let's see. Huh, they have all kinds of different options. This is really pretty neat. Of course, I have no idea what the banner is for at this point, but yeah, we'll do something like that. And then, oh, I see, you can move it around. Huh. Feels like I'm gonna go to war or something with this. And, oh, colors. Colors are always good. Oh, wow, that's a bright border. I think I'm gonna go... I mean, red's my favorite color, so I kind of want to pick the red, but maybe I'll do red with the darker background. Oh, there, that's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, I'll go like that. That looks pretty neat. Oh, random button. I'm surprised they didn't have a random button for names. Usually in a lot of games like this where you're naming characters, you got the random name option. Don't want to think of a new name. So, okay, that's pretty cool. I guess this takes me back to the character screen. To view profile, right click for player options. That's like a context menu. So let me just go in here. So this just looks like stats, I don't think. And then this is just my list of heroes. I don't have any skills. I can rotate around. And then I don't have any armor. So, wait, does this... Looks like this clothing is... I guess it's the same, it's just the lighting. So I'm assuming there's no other options at this point. I don't see anything highlighting. So, like I said, it would be nice if they kind of pointed stuff out a bit. Or maybe it's because I'm in the expansion and they assume I know what I'm doing. So, alright, so I'm going to hook up. I don't know if I have to hook up my friend first or I start the game and then add my assistant. So I'm going to figure that out, and we will be back here in a sec. Alright, we just watched the story intro, and I'm here in the main game. My lovely assistant tells me that she got a different story than me and was narrated by a female voice, but she's a female character. So that's kind of cool. Gives everyone stronger connection to their character. So that's pretty exciting. And it's given me this little message here.
I smell fear and death. The fallen star is near.
Interesting. I'm trying to close the dialogue, but I guess it's pretty sensitive to clicks. So this is it's my spirit now. I remember in the old Diablo you had your mana there, and here's my life, and strength and numbers. So I guess, so this is left click. Oh, so this is just going to be, I guess, my general attack. Then I've got a right-click attack. Okay, health potion. Kind of wondering what I do with my keyboard. Whoops. Oh, I see. So the normal WASD keys don't move me around. It looks like there's some options. So I guess that's mainly mouse-driven. So let's see, I guess we'll just get started playing. Welcome to New Tristram. And Not too sure what we're supposed to be doing here. Maybe I was supposed to be paying more attention to the story. Whoa! That was pretty cool. Not sure who he was. Guess he's a bad guy because he was outlined in red. So, like most of these games, you're just kind of running around and not really thinking about what you're doing until you find someone that doesn't get hurt when you click on them, like this guy.
The fallen star has upset the balance of this land. I seek it.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
Alright,
We
he's
can't
giving
open
me
the
some
gates until we
hints.
drive them back.
So it's interesting that automatically dismissed it instead of me clicking on it. So that's interesting that they give you the option to close it when it just goes away.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before.
There's a lot of
Guards,
stuff
open the
going
gates.
on. In
You'll
co-op
find Leah
games,
at the
these players
Slaughtered
will work
Calf
with
Inn.
individual monsters' chests and corpses clickable. Okay, take the... Okay, just a lot of stuff going on right now. It's hard to kind of take in all at once, but I mean, it hasn't seemed that difficult yet. I'm surprised that it looks like... Oh, I see. My fists generate spirit. I thought this meant that it took spirit at first, and so I was curious why this wasn't going down. So, and I haven't tried right-clicking yet, so the next enemy I find, I'm going to do that. So reach the checkpoint. See there's the nice map up here. Oh, healer. That's kind of cool. Gives me some insight. Talk
I came
to
here
this
to study
guy.
the fall of Old Tristram. This is closer to the town's history than I want to be.
Okay. I'm assuming he's going to say the same thing
I came here to
again.
study the fall of Old Tristram. This is closer to the town's history than I want to be.
You know, I thought after like 20 years we'd kind of would spend a little bit
Came
more
here to
time
study
on
the
that.
fall of Old Tristram.
But
This is
I
closer
guess
to
it's
the
kind of
town's
become a
history than I
staple
want
these
to be.
days. I guess this is an optional quest. I thought it said something about little exclamation parts over people's quests, but not sure if this is
The dead
important.
have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire fell. We have to burn
What
them
happens if I run
just to
away?
make sure they don't rise from the grave.
Oh, cool. Sometimes characters don't react when you run away from them, so that's kind of cool. So there is a little bit of thought in there about what the player's doing. I always try and like to break the mold sometimes.
Disgrace. What faith can save us now? It is the end of the world. Can't you see that?
It's always interesting to see what the developers thought of about what players might do when they're talking to people. You know, are they going to actually behave like humans, or are they just going to
I worked
spaz
my
out
hands
and
to the
run away?
bone to bring you these
So-
fine goods.
I don't think I have any money. Yeah, my available gold 0, so probably not much I can do. Don't really have... Oh, I guess this is my right-click weapon. I wonder if that's just automatic. I don't know how I equipped that yet. Wow, lots of statistics. Wow, that's a lot of numbers, which kind of has a little bit of extra info, so that's kind of cool. But I'm thinking I don't really care about a lot of that stuff right now. Let's just dive in a little bit more. We'll see what's going on here. Oh, Book of Cain. You do not have any unidentified items. You do not have any unidentified items. I don't know why I can't grab the book. Maybe I have to talk to the person, but it's weird that I'm not really sure what that message is trying to tell me. I mean,
I promised Marco I'd protect him, and now he's dead.
I guess sometimes you have to identify items, but... Huh. Alright, so I guess this is just a chest. I've got 10 health potions on me. No, this is... Banners let you teleport to other players. Oh, okay, so that's what the banner's for. Interesting. So I guess if we go in different directions, we can...
I will not do that.
Okay. Whoops. Oh, and then I can change my banner again. Oh, okay. So, interesting. Alright, so I think we have to find this person, so they must be in the inn. That's pretty quick load times. That's nice. I don't think she's the person I really need to talk to. Here's the quest person.
Are you Leah? Rumford said you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but... Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Of course, everyone just turns into zombies.
This is killing business.
So yeah, so obviously with this series there'll be some little spoilers at the start of the games for these things. I keep forgetting to right click. I'm just like,
the
oh,
dead will overwhelm us
people
all
left click.
unless something is done.
I will send them back to their graves. I will save your town.
The
Thank
left
you.
click
You should
ability
speak
also
with
seems
Captain
to
Rumford at
take
the
care of
gate.
people, so that hasn't been a need to try right click yet. So I have to go talk to someone else now. I've found it interesting to find. I played World of Warcraft for a little while way back before they started adding a lot of the expansions, but it's interesting to see some of the influences I think from their work on that in the new interface and the gameplay for Diablo 3 here. So it's interesting to see that evolution over time. I'm not sure where this captain is. There was someone outside. That's her room. I'm always like, do I explore? Is there loot in the room? But I haven't really seen too many things that... Oh, here's another book. Aha!
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Interesting. Just some more background. Alright, so I think that was about it. I'm always torn between, do I want to explore and find everything, or do I just want to, figure stuff out?
Don't you dare lift a finger to help our mayor fix his wagon.
It's interesting to see all the people that just randomly yell at you in town.
Coward tried to run
I don't
away.
know what this little star means. I mean, it seems like he's different. So let's see what he says. I guess he's training. Okay, he's going to tell me how to do stuff. Right now, left-clicking as much as I can seems to be working, so I won't worry about that right now. I like this little arrow over here kind of telling me where to go. That's nice. I find, generally in a lot of adventure role-playing games, you can get lost and not know where you're supposed to go next if you weren't paying like really, really close attention or reading the cryptic, dialogue to figure out what they're trying to tell you to do.
I will help you fight the risen
nice.
dead.
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
That will not be my fate.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
Oh. Seems talking to people and then spontaneous battle here. Alright, trying right-clicking now. It doesn't seem as effective. Losing more health. Not sure where my assistant is.
That's one of the wretched mothers.
This is the
There are
monk.
more
Oh,
of
there's
them
my
in the ruins
assistant.
down the road.
Right after the battle. Thanks, assistant. Oh, I've picked up an item. Left click to access your inventory. So it's kind of cool that they're telling me that I picked up something. Cloth tunic of slaughter. Armor. Armor seems good. Regenerates 1 life per second, plus 2 life after each kill. That's pretty cool. Left click and drag. So I'm glad that they're giving all this like kind of initial stuff. If if it was my first time playing one of these types of games, I could see being confused. So that's kind of cool. And then how did it? I'm just looking at it affecting. I don't think it affected any of my stats. It's just giving me some armor. So that's pretty cool. And then there's durability. It'll be interesting to see how that gets affected over time. So yeah. So I'm. Oh, I guess this is my experience bar. I just noticed this here. It seems you have to be right on it to get the little information about it. And then I haven't looked at this thing yet. Strength in numbers. Receive increased magic find gold finding experience for each nearby player. So maybe if my ally was around me during that fight, I could have gotten a bit more experience. Um, I think we're just gonna play here until I level up, so we can take a look at that interface, and hopefully that should be pretty soon. It'll be a little bit longer episode than I think. Well, I think for this series it'll probably vary a little bit based on how much happens in a game and what type of game it is. So this episode's going to be a little bit longer. I like to keep things around 20 minutes normally. Lots of undead here. This is
The gods favor me.
there we go. I've reached level 2. Now I'm pretty sure it's not going to pause. And again, I'm getting this whole bunch of information at once, and then it's going away. So I'm wasn't really able to read it with all the rest of the battle stuff that was coming up. So I think we're safe here. I'm just going to go back down the path a bit and check out some of the stuff. So new skill slot. It said something about right-clicking. Oh, I got a new ability. Okay, wow. So it automatically changed that out for me. Unleash a deadly roundhouse kick. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't know why it automatically changed. And I don't know how to change it back if I wanted to use my weapon. Maybe that's in my... No, my weapon's still there. So, okay, let's actually click on one of these things and see what happens. New secondary skill. Okay, left click on a skill. So if I click this, it gives me options. Click accept. So is it giving me like a taste? I don't know how to get back to my other weapon. I mean, I know that this is better, but maybe I'll pick up some cool weapon that I want to use. So that's interesting. Okay. And I guess unlocked at level 5, so I'm going to get some new abilities. Passive skills, so it's telling me what's unlocked. Yeah, so I have no idea how to get back to a regular weapon. Huh. That's interesting. Oh, this is the log. You have gained strength, dexterity, intelligence. It doesn't show me the other help text messages. I got some message. Oh. It's a bonus. Wings of Valor. I'll look at that later. I'm not too sure what that is right now. So yeah, I'm very... Quests and journal. This is telling me what to do. Oh, it looks like my assistant has figured out that you just wear them. It's a little distracting. But yeah, I'm very curious about how I actually customize what I do here. I'm trying to click on these things, but I can't. So I'm really confused about if I pick up some really awesome weapon, how I actually use it. Can I just drag it? Oh, is that going to do it? No, I can't click there. Well, that's a little frustrating. So, I'm not too sure. I'll have to play the game some more and figure it out. I'm sure it'll become apparent. Maybe it's one of those things where they don't let you do everything in the beginning. But, yeah, I'm not too sure. What was the... Oh, it tells you when someone's going off and doing something. That's kind of cool. The little arrow glass above their head. So if I'm in my inventory, or maybe if it's up, yeah, now it's above my head. Kind of cool. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of First Play, and hopefully we didn't spoil too much if you haven't played Diablo yourself yet. But I'm assuming that people will hopefully have played a little bit before watching these, or not too. I'm not too sure. It's a new start, so we will see what happens. But hopefully I can figure out how to use weapons again. Though this kick looks pretty cool, at least for the time being. So looks like we're gonna have some fun. So thanks for joining us. Bye bye.